Hey y'all, this is Anna Alexander. Welcome back to my basement on a day of days. I've had a hell of a 24 hours. It's been nothing but technical difficulties and running people around, and I'm exhausted, but I'm here. Why? Because two good things have happened. One, Deadpool 3. What the hell? Oh, I'm afraid the expectations, please let it succeed expectations. Let it just meet the expectations. Please, oh please. But number two, it's a new episode of Andor, and episode 3 moved me in such a way that I needed to be here today and not go a moment longer without watching it with all of you. Oh my goodness, it was stunning. It was just stunning. And the funny thing about that is going to all like the Star Wars products, my favorite has been and always will be Return of the Jedi. Because as a child, it had everything. It had familiar characters. It had good conquers evil, happy ever afters. We had some redemption. And then we had walking, squeaking teddy bears. Brilliant. But if I were to look at all the products as a whole, I think the best one is Rogue One, which is funny because it has everything in it I hate, which is tenseness and good didn't really conquer evil. We had bad things happening to good people, and they got the win because they sacrificed themselves and died. I, as a romance author, I hate those endings. But I could appreciate that it was so well done. It was just so, the world was just so lived in. The acting was great. We had, Danny Ewing with great fight scenes. So I, again, appreciate how well it was constructed and put together, but it has the elements of a story I can't stand. And Andor's giving me those same feels because that whole last episode was so, oh my God, tense. And we had some moments of victory, but we also had moments of horribleness. Fiona Shaw, looking exactly like my grandmother, y'all, just moved me to tears. And that whole epic last 2 minutes, just cinematically was just beautiful. But I also had, and I had this thought during the show, but my brain was so squirrel, and I forgot to mention afterward. Okay, so Inspector Karn. I do not know who the actor is. I'm sure he's a lovely man. I hate his character. Because everything about people, So we have this guy who disobeyed orders, took company time, resources, personnel, and I'm guessing the Empire, their budget was a little tight. I think all their money was going to building the Death Star. So I don't think they had dollars and people to just spend willy-nilly. So here's this guy with this self-imposed sense of righteousness. I don't know. Again, I'm not exactly sure what his motive is, as opposed to just wanting to go by the letter. Goes on this mission and foobar. The number of people that died under his watch, civilians were killed, ships were destroyed because he wanted to be right. What in the sense of entitlement? So you can see kind of that horror wash over him at the end. The question comes to me, does he learn from that, or is he going to double down? I don't know. I guess we'll have to watch. Are we going to get a time jump now this episode? Are we going right into what happens after Cassian and Luthen leave? I don't know, but I'm excited to find out, and I'm also happy that you are here with me. So grab your blankets, grab your water. I can feel my voice going already. Well, so let's just get to it. Now, I can't remember because it's been a while since I've seen Rogue One. Does this end up being Cassian's ship?
I'll take the drop-off.
Do what? Continue as you are? They'll use the same rope to hang you, whether it's for a plasma coil or 20 million credits.
Yeah, he doesn't really have any money on him, does he?
You don't know me. I fought in Mimban when I was 16. 2 years of it. Straight out of prison into the mud. I'm one of 50 that survived.
You were on the ground in Mimban for 6 months. You came in as a cook. You lived because you ran. I imagine that no matter what you tell me or tell yourself, you'll ultimately die fighting these bastards. I didn't risk my ass for the Starpath unit. I came for you.
What's the offer?
5 days. Big stakes, big danger. You survive and deliver, I'll give you 200,000.
That means it must be something big.
What would we be stealing?
The quarterly payroll for an entire Imperial sector.
Payroll? Oh, money. Okay. Okay. I used to work in payroll, so I'm thinking like the numbers and the data and whatnot. No, they're talking about like the actual payroll, I guess. So he threw dates and things at me. So Cassian was 16 when we got out of prison. He was in prison for 2 years in prison. So he was in prison as a teenager. Marva got him as a child. So what put him in prison? I'm intrigued.
Increased surveillance, sir.
Looking for what?
Anti-Imperial activity, as always.
I opened the question to the room. What do we do in this building? Why are we here?
We're here to further security objectives by collecting intelligence, providing useful analysis, and conducting effective covert action, sir.
Very good, Dedra. That is verbatim from the ISP mission statement and wrong. Security is an illusion. We are healthcare providers. We treat sickness. The longer we wait to identify a disorder, the harder it is to treat the disease. Do you understand my meaning, Legret?
Yes, sir. A stolen Imperial Starpath unit was recovered at the scene. I'm heading out immediately after this meeting.
We'll speak. For traffic to the Abrian sector.
So whose side is she on? Double agent? Awfully suspicious.
Think of a name for yourself. Clem. For the next 5 days, you'll be Clem.
Okay. Who was Clem? Somebody had to be Clem.
Take this. It's a down payment. It's a Quati signet. Blue Kyber, Skystone. I want it back when this is over.
Something I can help you with?
What would I tell the others?
You'll tell them it was always a part of the plan.
Are you giving me a choice here?
Yeah. You take him, we'll call it off. I was planning to shut you down.
Ooh, ooh.
You plug him in as a replacement for anyone who goes down along the way. In the next 3 days, if for any reason... Look at me! You wanted to lead. This is what it comes to. You got 3 days. You step up, you lead, you cancel the mission.
And if he's the problem?
Well, that's the advantage of renting him. He's disposable.
You will not return to your living quarters. You will leave here and be escorted with haste to the transfer.
Oh, the commander's even being reprimanded.
Question, sir?
No.
But I've had nothing to do with this.
Well, exactly. It took the combined ingredients of idiocy, ineptitude, and total disengagement for this farce to have reached the full apex of incredulous disaster. Seriously? Take solace in this. You will not be replaced. As of this morning, the Milana system is under permanent Imperial authority.
Ooh.
Who is he?
You should have asked him that when you had the chance. We're robbing the armory at the Aldhani garrison.
He told me about the payroll, not the garrison.
I don't know who you're talking about.
You're taking on an Imperial armory? 7 against the garrison!
Save your wind! This is a long walk.
Hey, hold on, hold on.
Ooh, ooh. Down, down, down. Turn into a rock, turn into a rock, turn into a rock.
They won't be back today.
She hopes. And I didn't mean they were going to literally turn into rocks. I meant like blend. Ooh, what is this? Huh. Hugh Hefner. Of course I can't. Okay.
My assistant tells me you refused to turn over the file on this incident in Ferrex. An Imperial Star Path unit was stolen from the Steerguard Naval Yard and found at the scene. That gives me jurisdictional access.
You fall here. You fall alone.
Are you denying my request?
For the second time today.
Fine. I'll take it to Major Partagas.
Don't look down.
She's giving me Inspector Karn's episode 1 vibes. Great guard.
Everyone's dead.
Sorry. Don't tell Val.
I won't. You will.
Haven't mentioned him before now because I wasn't sure we could get him here on time. We've had a stroke of luck. He's been able to fight his way free. That's Skeen. This is Taramin, Nemik, and Sinta.
I'm not going to remember all these names. So what was worse, being dismissed or being imprisoned for what he did? So depressing. Just visually, just on a good day, it's not good.
Mother.
Did she hear about it?
I know that we need him. That's all I'll say. Anything else is a violation of security.
Trust him with our lives?
That's my call to make.
Well, that was a very good question. That was a very slick answer. That like an equivalent of like a Jaguar or a Lamborghini.
Senator, what a pleasure to see you. So, a gift for your husband.
Yes, it's his Dave Days. It's a Chandrilan custom.
It's a Udapawan monk cudgel. It's a unique gift for most, but it's a treasure for the true aficionado.
Is there anything else that might interest
Well,
you?
your timing is excellent. I have something very special that just came in. It's a two-faced divinity.
14th.
Two-faced divinity.
From the overworld, sharing the same mouth. If you can't deliver, I need to know.
Because everyone's playing a part.
I can't pull funds the way I used to. They're watching me now.
They're watching everyone.
I found someone I think can help me.
Oh God, who?
Someone who?
Who?
No.
I know what I'm asking.
No. We're vulnerable enough. We need funding, not more people to worry about.
Don't lecture me on vulnerability.
He just pushed Cassian on Ville's group.
On top of being someone I've never met who suddenly got my neck in their hands.
I know the feeling.
Are we done?
Who is he?
He's Clem. He's here. That's all that matters.
Look, we're wasting daylight. Let's get on with it.
What's all this?
Dinner for the governor.
What governor?
My regimental mate, that governor.
That's tonight. Who else is coming?
Seating chances there.
A bajillion people.
You can't be serious. These people hate me. They spend every day trying to undo anything I've touched.
Well, perhaps tomorrow they'll think twice.
Oh, what's happening? There's subtext here.
Your fun friends just cut off their shipping lanes, yes? Do you know how many will starve? Perhaps we can laugh about it over the third course.
Perhaps you should have a rest. There's rumour you bought me a present.
It's going back.
Must everything be boring and sad?
Perrin must go.
The Empire came in 13 years ago and liberated the airbase Alkenzi, 50 clicks west of here.
Oh my gosh, is this their little diorama?
This room, behind the flight deck, that's a vault. We're taking crates of payroll from that room, loading the freighter, and escaping out of the runway tunnel.
Why does this little setup with the thing in the tunnel remind me of that episode of The Mandalorian when they were running Orin and then the pirates came in and there was explosions and those were trucks, not railway, right?
Speak. She's demanding the raw data from the incident on ferry.
Yeah. That's the Rono freighter specs and the console layout. You get done with that? That's a detailed map of the garrison. That's an Aldhani phrase book.
Can I eat my food?
And you'll have learned all that by morning. I'll take the first watch.
And we just stop again. Did I enjoy that as much as episode 3? Not really, but I think episode 3 Reckoning is one of those ones that may be difficult to top. So Luthen, master of disguise, sure. And we've got a senator who's also working undercover. Lots of people working undercover. What's going to happen to Karn? Do we care what happens to Karn? Nah. And now we've got this impossible mission. It looks like Cassian has a history of impossible missions. I don't know. Ooh. So one thing is for certain. When the mission begins, my fingers are going to be in my ears and I'm going to be squinting the whole time because that just sounds so stressful. Now we know Cassian survives. Cool. I don't know who else survives. For all I know, all of them just die. So it won't be like, oh, it'll be okay. They'll survive because they're going to be on this mission. So that's going to be tense. I might need like a cocktail or something to get me through it. I don't know. But there we go. Episode 4. Thank you so much for joining me. And I do hope that you've hit subscribe so you're with me on these next adventures because it's a lot more fun when we do this all together. So please take care of yourself. Stay hydrated. Stretch your bodies. And then come back and see me. So until next time, y'all.